The new box, structure deck, skill, and Darkfluid Dragon all come together to make the strongest Cyberse deck that Duel Links has ever seen. We've seen Cyberse decks summon Link, Synchro, Xyz, and Ritual monsters in their own variants, and this new Cyberse deck combines all of it into one to make the ultimate Cyberse mess. It has been a little bit since the last video, as I've been travelling Europe for the TCG Worlds race. I have one more event left before Euros, which is Nationals, and after that videos will become more consistent again. And if you are new, then consider pressing the big red button for when that happens. But with no further ado, enjoy! You can play this deck with no back row at all, which is what I'm choosing to do here. The reason is that, going first, if you just draw more engine, then you can make boards like Darkfluid, Honeybot, and Firewall. Simply opening this card by itself ends on Darkfluid with 3 counters, which is 3 negates plus Honeybot, which then makes the Darkfluid not targetable. And what Darkfluid does with these counters is that for each of them it gets a monster negate. So with 3 counters, that is 3 monster negates. And also in battle phase, it gets an extra 2500 attack for each of these counters it has, which makes this card become really big. The Darkfluid in that combo can also not be destroyed by card effects once, due to the grave effect of Defensor, which helps against stuff like Dark Hole and Ultimate Fusion. And also going second, you don't always want to draw back row. I quite like MST and Cosmic though, as it helps the deck deal with Samsara from Shinui, while making other matchups easier too. I would also recommend trying Mind Control. Let's look at the skill though, as with modern Duel Links that is the important part. The restriction is that we can only summon Cyberse monsters, and both effects are once per duel. The effect says reveal 1 Ritual monster or Firewall monster in your hand, then banish these 5 monsters from outside of your deck. Then add 1 Signet spell from your deck to your hand, which if it's not already in your hand is normally Mining, or if it is you can add Crosswipe or sometimes add Ritual. And if that wasn't good enough, if you are going second, the skill also then adds Signet Rollback from outside of your deck to your hand. And since these banished cards can be summoned, this becomes a free extender. And it's not any extender because summoning Firewall or Quantum for free is really good. The skill can also return those banished cards to your extra deck if you want to make them normally. We can also use other cards that interact with the banishment as well, such as DDR and Dimension Distortion. You can also play stuff like Burial with Talkback Lancer, but I don't think that's very good. I'm only playing DDR because while Distortion is really good turn 1, DDR is a lot better after turn 1 and also good to draw mid-combo with the effect of Integrator. As we mentioned, the end board is Darkfluid with 3 counters plus Honeybot, but you also get to draw a card as well from the effect of Integrator. So then if you draw into a DDR, you can then use that DDR to bring back a Firewall or to bring back a Quantum, which either makes your board not targetable at all because you'll have both Quantum and Honeybot, or you get an extra interruption in the form of a bounce with the effect of Firewall. There's a few cards you can play to start your engine, such as Debug or Bytron. Debug has some neat combo lines where you can reborn it with Witch to then search Microcoder, but I find those combos a bit too long-winded and not required. Bytron is also cool and it also gives you lines for Ibli, but giving your opponent Ibli in this meta can be quite dangerous because that can just be a free card for Droplet or a free card for Soul. There certainly are other builds that can use those cards well, but with this build I was going for a deck that had a good number of cards that I can reveal for the skill, as neither Bytron or Debug can be revealed for the skill because they are not Firewall monsters and they are not Ritual monsters. It's a lot better to start your combo if you have a thing that you can reveal for the skill. For example, if your Debug gets negated and you have nothing else, then you will not be able to use the skill. The Firewall Defensor engine is very nice because it is both a good combo starter, but can also be revealed for the skill. So even if they interrupt it, you will still have the rollback and mining that the skill gives to you for free. There's lots of builds that probably play 2 Sage, but I think you only need 1. Because this card is very searchable with Mining, Witch, and Wicked, and we also play a Paladin over playing the second copy, as there are some lines with Paladin where you can summon the Phantom from deck to then search for Refresh. Refresh is a really good card because you can search it with Phantom and discard it, or if you draw it, you can discard it with Mining or DDR, and then in the graveyard it has a really good effect to make all of your link monsters become unaffected by card effects for the turn, which makes your board become very sticky and even helps your deck play better going second as well. I recommend using 2 ritual monsters and 2 ritual spells, because otherwise if you play only 1 ritual monster or only 1 ritual spell and you draw it, then you cannot use the effect of Witch. You can put one of them back with Disciple, but then you are required to have another extender to keep on playing, which you won't always have. You can also play Balinks as a Link 1 with Sanctuary, but I'm not a big fan of that because Sanctuary is really bad to draw, as the card in this deck does nothing. It does make the discards from mining and DDR become easier, but I don't think you need that. I think that's more of a luxury. As you will see in the gameplay, the combo that makes Darkfluid with 3 counters plus Honeybot from 1 card combo requires you to play Gadget. And aside from mining, I also play Crosswipe, as it is a good option for utility. And then Refresh, we normally aim to search with Phantom and discard it. The extra deck is quite tight, but every card here feels very useful. The turn 1 combo actually goes through 7 out of 8 of these. It uses every card here apart from Wicked. So Wicked is pretty much the flex spot. But I think Wicked is very good against Shonary because you can make this going second and they then cannot interrupt you with Sun Saga. Also, if you open up both copies of Ritual, you then can't use Witch, so you can instead use Wicked to search for the Sage, because Sage is a tuner monster. We don't play the fusion spell for Diplexer, but it's still required in order to use the effect of Sage, as Sage is really strong and does a lot for this deck, especially with that effect of Fuse. This deck is very strong and very fun to play. Enjoy the gameplay.
Duel.
Okay. Go Defensor, add the mining to the hand. Now we go normal summon Defensor. And then we can go Link 1 into the Disciple. And we get the effect of Defensor. Get the Guardian. We go mining. We have to do it before making the Witch. Otherwise we will not have a spell with which to banish for the Witch. Then we go Link 2 into the Witch. We get the effect of the Guardian. Guardian will come back from a graveyard, and Witch will now banish the mining to search for the Ritual monster and the Ritual spell. There we go, Ritual. Ritual will pitch the gadgets for the Sage. Then we go Witch. Witch bring back Gadget. We're doing it in this order so that we have more things to banish for the effect of the Sage Laser. Link 3. And then Gadget effects. Get the token. Synchro 3 into the Integrator. And then this will then bring back the Sage. Get to add back the Gadget as well, which is very good for follow-up. Yeah, Droplet is a very good counter for this deck. And these two will make Honeybots. We have the effect of Fuse. We're going to banish the Link 1 and Link 2. It's a pretty good draw as well. Gives an extra interruption onto our Emerald. Make the Duplexer. We can go Link 5 with 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. Link or Shokan. And now we just set the crosswipe and pass. Nice. I meant to remember this. I mean, at the start of the stream, I was doing this combo quite wrong. I've got the hang of it now. It's fairly autopilot once you learn it. Or we could actually make Deco Talker. Yeah. Let's use the skill. Return back the... I was meant to put back the sage as well. Oh, Mac Auto PR doing good. Welcome, welcome. Have some wicked right? Not normally, it's in there for sure anyway, pretty much. I think it's like the flex spot. I've only made it like once today, but I think in a tournament I'd probably make it quite a bit. It is up to 5, I just misclicked. I was meant to put back the sage to the deck. Because now I would go wicked search for the sage here. Anime field. Tether root, this can target the honeybot, but can't actually target anything else. Yeah, but before honeybot goes, I'm gonna chain to hit one of these. Network trap hole. Well, GG, okay. Cool.
Duel.
Okay. We're gonna use Darkfluid Link, revealing the Defensor to add the Mine to hands. Then go normal summon Defensor. That is a Veiler in my hands. Interesting. Just reading refresh. It's gonna be pretty good here, I feel like. They're going to Veiler, the normal summon of Defensor. I don't believe they know how that works. It is a different monster at least the field, so. Summon the Guardian from deck. In fairness, even if they held the Veiler, for which I was going to use refresh anyway to stop it. So we're going to go ahead and add the gadget to handle, and then link to. Guardian effects. Witch effects. Banish the mining. Grab the sage. And the spell. Then ritual. Summon tributes. Which bring back the gadgets. Like, there's no point that they could Veiler me this turn that like ends my turn. But like the best point to Veiler is either trading with a trap by doing it on Witch, or you do it on the Sage or the Synchro 3. But like, if I see Veiler, I'm probably not doing the line that Synchro 3 we want to Sage, I think. To play around Veiler. Actually, even then, right, because like, no, it doesn't even work, because I just go this to negate Veiler. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, even if you, like, Veiler me at this point, I just go Deca Talker and negate the Veiler. Sage to add back the gadget for follow-up. And we're going to bring back the Sage with the effect of the Synchro. Got its name then. The Integrator it is. Make Honeybot, then draw a card from the Integrator. Whew, that's a good card. That's a nice card. Okay. Duplexer with these two. Fusion Shokan. And then we go Darkfluid for 3 counters with 1, 2, 5. Counting 101. Now, if you want complete targeting protection here, you go for the Quantum, and if not, you go for Firewall. I think Honeybot's normally enough, so I prefer going for Firewall, generally speaking. What board do you prefer, this deck or TG? I think this deck, personally. I think it's like a bit more sticky than the TG board. But both are nice. EDR pitch the Phantom, and then bring back the Firewall. I'm going to use the Phantom here as well, I think. Actually, I can't. Do I? Nah. Keep that for later. And then pass on this. Even if they have Darkhold, Defensor can protect both of the Dragon and the Darkfluid from Darkhold. Yeah, this is pretty good. It's like, have they timed the Veiler a bit better? The M board would have been 1 counter less on Darkfluid, pretty much. Is the deck top tier? I think so. I think this deck is like definitely top tier. Not like best deck objectively or anything, but it's definitely a contender, I'd say. A shooter. Okay. I might just negate that, actually. Keep that in hand. Yeah. If I just negate all the names in hand, they just lose. I'm pretty sure. Adhara. That will make a normal summon, so I think that one's fine, actually. Yeah. That one's fine. Because even if they go Vessel, I can chain Firewall onto the Monk. Yeah, if they use a monster effect, you can chain this from grave to make all Cyberse links you currently control unaffected by all card effects till the end of its turn. Make Monk. The shooter effect, but you can bounce the Honeybot. But I'd probably do just like chain refresh here, yeah, to make the Honeybots and the both Firewall and Firewall unaffected. We're gonna chain suck with someone from the deck, which is fine. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I might just like Firewall bounce the monster on res. Or can let them link one, doesn't really matter, yeah. Because even with red in hand, I just negate red in hand. There's like literally no punish for not waiting for link one here. Effects. Oh, yeah. Bounce the Monk back to the extra deck. Set 1. And we're not even going to allow them to have that card. No thank you. Yeah, this deck is playable without Crosswipe. Crosswipe is just an option for utility. It's not a requirement. And boom. GG. Cyberse best deck. YouTube. This could be Blue Eyes, it could be Dark Magician. Okay, this is pretty good. I like this. Circle. We're going to pick up a... Grabs a illusion to the hands. Pitch 1, pitch combination. Summon the Apprentice. Grab DM to the hands. Normal summon DM. Use the skill. Grab the fusion spell. Yo, hello Zach, hope you are doing good. Summoning the Dark Magicians. Set 1. Set 2? Or just set 1? Pass, okay. Right, well, we're going to begin by using Cosmic on this. Little Shadow Trains, oh nice. Yeah, I can imagine the extracts will play quite tight. They can draw a card here, with the effects of the fusion monster. And we're gonna destroy that one too. Okay, now we go skill. Reveal. And the mining. And now we are very much going to perish. Blink 1. Make Disciple. It's like even if their board had more layers to it here, we have so many extenders, it wouldn't matter. They could have 2 more backgrounds, still be Jova. Defense to summon a Guardian. We can use these to make the Witch. And then Guardian effects. And then Witch effects. To get rid of a spell to add the Sage and the Ritual spell to hand. Yeah, defensive rollback is already enough. Go ahead and use the mining. I can go use the spell. Well, none of us we actually have to do, but in case the card in hand is like Kite Road or something, then we can negate it. Ritual with this. How we go? Sage. Bring it back. And then make decode. Gadget effects. Gadget token. And then we can use these 2 to make the Synchro. Effects, bring back the Sage. And then Sage effects and back the gadget. Now we go ahead and make honey. Well, I don't actually need to here, but may as well. And then draw cards. Illusion Shokan. We're just kind of flexing here. For the sake of it. Fuse with this. Effects. Gain many counters. Roll back. Bring back Firewall. Yeah, that can take quite a while. UDR. Pitch. Bring back Quantum. Then Battle Phase. Bye bye. Whoop. Cyberse. Best deck. GG.